Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to Pure Rap Podcast. It's our ninth installment of our album reviews. This week we chose to do Tyler the Creator's sixth studio album, Call Me If You Get Lost, which was perfect timing because this album released back in June, at the end of June, and just won Album of the Year at the BET Awards. So it's perfect that it seems we have good timing when it comes to a lot of the things that we do on this podcast, like when Kanye had Donda, and then we had the giveaway. Then Drake dropping his album. We got Project Pat. Now we got what I mean. Pure Podcast always on time, man. But with that said, man, you guys, how you guys doing, man? It's been last couple episodes we weren't on.
Been a minute.
Took a little break.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 weeks, man, but we're back. Sometimes we need a little break. My eyes get tired looking at this. So.
eyes get tired. Well,
I'm getting tired.
Made to episode 30, man. We had to take a little, take a little break.
Yeah, take a little mental health break. I mean, sometimes you get a little busy, caught up in life and stuff. So
I know it gets exhausting, man. I need a breather for a second. Like,
this man just need to watch some football. Right?
Need to go watch that football. I mean it's good. It's good to be back. I know the BET Awards was like last night. Was it last night or?
I didn't even watch it, to be honest. So I don't.
BET. When was the BET Awards? It was this week, right?
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday
so
random.
Yeah, I missed I don't miss the highlights of that. I saw who won. A few of them.
Yeah, I just seen the winners and like a couple snippets. Just kind of.
Yeah, I want to because I like the freestyles. I like the hip hop. The freestyles that they had. I think J. Cole won. I know
Tuesday.
Yeah, it was kind of random. They usually do it on Fridays. I don't know why they did in the week.
I'm not sure. I mean,
usually award shows you think around Sunday night.
Is it usually on Friday? Because I feel like BET usually always does theirs like on a random day. Like it's like Wednesday
on a weekday.
Bro, I swear BET always been like that.
I don't know. It's different because I used to be on it, growing up, but like now as an adult, I feel like it's not the same for me. I know for us too, because I don't know. I don't think any of us watch it like on the regular, but.
I feel like only like some of the performances, like usually like the performances are what a lot of people like to watch the award shows, but the actual winners be like sometimes the winners be like, but kind of looking through, I feel like the nominations weren't that good, but the people who won made sense. Like it wasn't like that bad. Like Tyler had the whole cultural, I believe like icon award, whatever, which was dope. J. Cole won lyricist of the year. Some of the people in the lyricist of the year that I was kind of like. Why is this person in here?
Yeah. I mean, but J. Cole don't really. He probably wasn't even at the award show. He's on tour right now, so I don't even. Them people not even at the award show. They getting awards like, oh, okay. Send it to me. But he on tour. I'm about to go see him.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you can't make it, you can't make it. I'm sure he appreciated it though. Like I mean, anytime you win an award, you're gonna appreciate it regardless. Like,
I'm not showing up
even if you don't even care for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this also pretty much Tyler the Creator paying homage, to always wanted that Gangsta Grills, mixtape with DJ Drama, and made that come true with this album. So y'all ready to get into it? Or anything you guys want to add to it before we hop in?
I mean, I just want to point out, I was like, dang, it's good that Tyler the Creator. I mean, he won like did he win a Grammy for the last album he had too?
Yeah.
So it's good that each project from now on he's getting awards, and it shows like the progression.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, he's getting better
and the music he got. So I'm ready to get into it though. It's crazy though. I like the stats.
All right. So we're getting to, so this one I split them up since it's 16 tracks. I split them up into two. Since most of the albums we've been reviewing lately have been like just hella long, or track wise super long. This album is actually not long as far as the time.
It's like under an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty short. Under an hour. So we'll start with the intro track, Sir Baudelaire. Yeah, I gotta say like DJ Drama, Sir Baudelaire. And we screaming it, but yeah, man. So that's the intro track. How'd you guys feel about this one?
Well, I'll go first. I like the I like the intro, especially because I like how DJ Drama's on the album. He's usually on mixtape, so it's like a different feel when you got somebody that's on a mixtape like type of lane, and then he turns it to the on the album, which is good. I mean, I like kind of like the beat. It's kind of like that boom back kind of East Coast feel.
Oh yeah, I got a
Yeah.
the beat is actually from producer named Conductor Williams, and it's West Side Gun on his
Oh, okay.
yeah, on his Fly God is awesome God is an awesome God too mixtape.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Yeah.
track called Michael Irvin by West Side Gun, and that's the same beat that Tyler's rapping on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See,
But
I
yeah, so
from like first listen, I knew it was kind of like a East Coast feel, something a little
yeah,
different.
so it makes
That
sense, West Side Gun already did his thing on this beat.
yeah,
So
it was it's a great intro overall. It's a good way to start the album. I mean, from that it's different because every intro is different from him. It's always different. There's always something new.
yeah.
It seemed like he had like multiple sounds.
Oh yeah, multiple like
Which it kind of matches with his like alter egos that he'd be having. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's fact. Yeah, I thought the production on this album was crazy. Like for me, it's one of my favorite beats on the album. And then, even though like I already heard it because I listened to West Side Gun, but I honestly didn't pit because the album didn't, the one from West Side Gun I believe is from a few years ago, so I didn't even like pit two and two together until I seen that. Then I was like, oh shit, he did rap on this beat, like because this whole time I thought Tyler produced it. Then I go back and I'm like, oh, so this is not even his. But yeah, I like Tyler the Creator. Like the with this track, it's one of those ones you could kind of just bob your head to. Like it's that hip hop, that vibe, smooth beat. With that, and then Tyler always had those like descriptive lines where he's like, it's that luxury, that luxury rap. Like he came different on this one, just talking pretty much talking his shit, I guess you could say. So yeah, I thought it was dope.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like a short track. I mean, it's not even.
Yeah.
It was only like 9 minutes and a half. It was like a little less than a minute and a half. So it was a cool track.
Oh yeah. Then I also seen Charles Baudelaire. I guess he's a French poet, and I guess that's who
his alter ego.
Yeah. So I guess because it's, I mean, bro, like literally, like the wiki, like the the little small description, bro, literally says like his poems exhibit mastery in the handling of rhyme and rhythm. Like I'm like, hey, Tyler's low key, like, hey, to find that and for that to match like the description of the song, like, bro, that's pretty slick, to be honest. Because I wouldn't have ever known that if I didn't look. I was like, what is Baudelaire? I looked it up. What is the meaning of Baudelaire?
This name
pops up. I was like, oh, okay.
Where are you getting these names, man?
Yeah. Facts.
But yeah, he did research on that, man.
Facts. We're going to the second track. I was about to click, and I just realized, all right, we got two.
We're on two.
Track,
it's
yeah,
two.
right. I was like,
usually we do three, but
yeah, right.
It's two this time.
Track number 2 is Corso. Man, this might be my favorite track on the album. Because the beat, like, bro, when that drop comes in, like, I don't know, bro. Like when I first heard this, because I was actually late on the album, because I know during the time when the album came out, that's when I was back in San Diego, so I wasn't really listening to any new music or albums, even though this was one that I like had saved. I really wanted to listen to.
I could tell you listen to it.
Yeah, when I came back and listened to it, bro, I was like, I couldn't even. This was only the second track, and I was like, nah, gotta repeat. Like, yeah, this one was crazy, bro. I got more written, but I'm gonna let you guys talk about it a little.
Go ahead, Darren.
You want me to go? Oh yeah. No, I like how he he's so like he transitioned his songs very well. Like I always like it's always different and melodic. Like when it goes from the Flower Boy, like I like 911, and then it went to a different sound, and like this one it went like crazy with the beat, and he was like he started going flowing. He was like doing some Madison Square Garden, like he started going in, and when he was rapping, it's just like I like how it's never his music is never dull because he changes it up so much. Like the tracks are always. There's always a different. different flow, different melodic melodies going on, like, and I just like and the beat, the beat is, and I think did he produce most of it? Did he help produce some of this stuff? I think he I don't know if he got credit for, I don't know which. I know he did the beats
most
on
of
here,
it, and then there's like a couple other people
right?
that like help. You know what I mean? But
okay,
most of it is all hit under his name.
Yeah, and this is why he always gets. He's been getting album of the year because his production has got a lot better from this project.
The production's pretty good, and then also you put his rapping skills in it. It just makes a great album. And I can understand why a lot of people are high on this album. And to start off with, this is the short intro track with with Sir Baudelaire, and then you throw in Corso right after. It just meshed well. And I feel like like we always say, like you need to have like good tracks to start off your album to get obviously get listeners to listen. Like so to be able to put a track like this on here and to start it off, I feel like it made the rest of the album even better to throw in a great track.
And then DJ Drama too. Like I feel like hit DJ Drama's like for some reason just him talking on it made it all like even more like hype. You know what I mean? I don't know what it.
Mention that like I'm not big on like I don't really care like I was thinking about this DJ Drama and then the difference between him and DJ Khaled. Like Khaled I find like more obnoxious compared to DJ Drama, and like I feel like I don't know if it's just the voice or what, but I feel like the vibe with DJ Drama on a, say like with the Gangsta Grills mixtapes, and then you say this album like this, I don't know, this has that sound that's like makes me like it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I know exactly what you mean though, because I felt the same way. I'm like, for some reason, like it just sounds like
when you say someone like DJ Khaled, it's like more obnoxious.
Yeah, like he be saying like I'm on one, like too much, like another great project to compare to this one a little bit is just like how like 21 Savage and Metro, they put Morgan Freeman on like kind of like some of the like records is like like he legendary. Like when you put somebody on there, it make you like the music and the songs better. It's like, damn, he really said that on the song.
That was dope too, because that's surprisingly I wasn't expecting Morgan Freeman to be on
it. Like it felt like a movie, like almost. It's like, man, like I'm listening to it. I'm like, okay, and like DJ Drama is different from way different from Khaled.
And he makes sense of when he's talking about whatever track. Like every time you hear him talk on and all these tracks on the album, like whatever he's saying has to do with that, like the specific song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so, it's not like DJ Khaled just in every song just we the best. Like when DJ Drama talks, he's like he's yelling, but he's also like it has to do with like the song. Like there's a couple in here where he'll talk in the middle of the song and it has to do with the concept or something. Like so yeah, DJ Drama was dope. And this was also the track that A$AP Rocky was supposed to be on. But I guess he never replied. Like he never replied back.
Oh yeah. I remember
this was the track though. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel like it didn't need him at all. Like this is one of my favorite tracks on the album. I just don't think it would have fit. It might. Yes, I agree. And then also like a couple lines he picked too. That I thought were dope. Was the one when the second verse when the drop came in when he said catch me in my other crib, that's my AKA hurricane proof all the views shit like a baby. I thought that was dope. And then like just the play on words like with Hurricane Chris,
he bringing back some people don't know about that one.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of people don't know about that unless you knew the song when it
any word on Hurricane Chris's murder charge?
I totally forgot about that.
There's too much going on.
We'll say that.
I haven't heard anything new on that. I just
we'll say that for another time. No,
man, free Pooh Shiesty, man. Free.
He facing life.
Man. Yeah, there's a lot going on with
a lot going on.
Young Boy too, like a lot of people
say. Young Boy.
I think there's a couple other too, but.
Oh no! I wanted to add my bad. I wanted to add another line on there. It was
go ahead.
I like he was like, call me Mr. Always on some shit you never seen in the mansion living single, bitch. I'm Maxine. I don't really know living single. I know it's before our time. But I know Queen Latifah. I like how certain artists they put like old shows. I know a lot of people they put like Martin lyrics on there. They put like the
Fresh
Fresh
Prince.
Prince, like Uncle Phil and all that. I like when they do that in the records because it's kind of reminiscent about all the
It's
good
like
times on the
relatable. Like we
shows.
watch these shows. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
see that
feel
one
you.
I don't really know. Like I would have to ask my mom and
That's
dad.
the
Like,
one I
hey,
think that yeah, that's the one I think like from the 90s where that's the one where like Friends kind of the show Friends, right?
Yeah,
If
didn't
I'm not
really
mistaken,
get
that's the
into
one who they kind of Friends kind of took like kind of stole like the intro, like the theme, like from
Oh,
them.
I see.
Yeah, so well, supposedly, I mean, you can look it up yourself, but but yeah, man. So yeah, a lot of people kind of like just didn't like Friends just off of that, but
yeah.
but one other last line from this track was when he said oh yeah, when he said my heart broken, remembered I was rich, so I bought some new emotions, and a new boat because I'd rather cry in the ocean. Then like a little bit after that, he said was talking about some. Oh no, that actually was the line. So but yeah, he was just talking about a girl that he had like a fling with, but
oh yeah, that
I
was
guess
the
she was
early
with
in the
some other
first.
dude.
Yeah.
Like he mentions it in more tracks, which I also have written down. But he was just talking about using materialistic things like to cope. You know what I mean? Like if he's going through something, he'll just like I'm gonna just buy me a new boat because I'd rather cry in the ocean. Like I was like, hey.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
like
think
yeah, he's just kind of
that
talking about a way I guess he copes. Being
that
rich. Like
saying, that's why it's kind of that saying. Like it's controversial to say money buys you happiness. Maybe that
yeah,
kind of cope with him and like maybe he needs to buy something to just kind of get away from what's going on in his other
exactly.
personal.
Yeah.
But I think of it differently. Money is, money could be the root of all evil. Money can kind of buy you happiness. Money can
Yeah,
do a
it can
whole
make
lot
you
of different things.
comfortable. It can help you and get the things that you need, but it's not when it comes to like the real emotions. Like you can't,
Yeah,
money's not gonna be able to, what I mean,
yeah, nah,
cover all that up. You gotta actually deal with the problem.
yeah.
Because
That's what
like I
I'm
said, you could
thinking.
buy a boat, but he's still crying in the ocean. Like you still,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you having a
See,
little bit of fun, but you still sad. Like
yeah, nah.
so
That's
I
why
just I just like the way he explained it though. Like because it's actually very descriptive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's definitely relatable because you never know how these rappers they buy cars and they probably crying in the car in front of their house, they mansion. They going through a record deal. They're like, man, I can't get out. I mean, like
man,
it's crazy. Too much emotions going on.
I bet Drake cried a lot during Certified Lover Boy.
Oh man, I don't
Nah, that's
know.
funny.
It's too
That's
much.
hilarious. But
Why you gotta
yeah,
do
we're
on
coming.
Drake?
Hey, that album review was hilarious, bro. I was watching it over again. Even people were telling me too, like that, like it was a good review. But
Nah, that's
yeah,
good.
we'll go to the next couple of tracks. We got track number 3, which is Lemonhead featuring 42 Doug. I'll start with this one. I thought it's just a banger, you know what I mean? Especially like Caleb said, like kind of the vibe. It sets the vibe of like the first half of the album, kind of with just like just rapping, you know what I mean? Like that vintage kind of like Tyler just rapping. And then I don't really listen to 42 Doug like that, but he fit well with this beat. I felt like, in my opinion, I think he just did his thing and on this beat. So I can't speak for anything else he made because I haven't listened to him, you know what I mean? I like Tyler the Creator's first verse when he said it's the Wolfgang Brooklyn Zoo out. Nigga Wu Tang, you get chewed out.
Oh,
Then we
you
woo
true.
ha. This is flip mode. I just like
Yeah.
how because the
Okay.
cover is basically like ODB's
Deep Master,
Brooklyn Zoo cover. Yeah. For people
Yeah.
who go way
Paying
back and
homage.
see the cover. Yeah, so paying homage, and then I know Busta Rhymes is a big influence on his style. So the Woo Ha Flip Mode, which is Busta Rhymes label, and then of course Odd Future, talking about Wolfgang and the Wu Tang, kind of like you remember when Odd Future came out, a lot of people were comparing them to Wu Tang, like what I mean, when they first came out, because it was something totally different. It was a collective of young kids just rapping. They're saying the most outlandish stuff, like so.
Yeah,
It's just dope seeing that in a full circle. You know what I mean?
Nah,
But yeah, this one's a banger.
Yeah, I guess I'll go second. Nah, yeah, Lemonhead was good. 42 Doug, like, I think there was some records that he was good on. Like, I know like the little baby one, like we paid, like that was a big one. Everybody kept rapping about. I mean, he was okay on here. I don't really listen to him too much. But the production, it was a little different, and I like what he was saying on here. He brought up like I was too hot, TLC, waterfalls on my chest. I like how you brought out like waterfalls and like TLC, like that was like the biggest like music group like for women back in the day. Like, TLC, especially, Left Eye passed away a lot earlier than them in the group.
Rest in peace.
It's kind of good to shed light on that, especially on the older groups like that. But and then it's funny how he was talking about the yachts on the last record. Now he talking about cars.
Yeah, he's having
I got too many
rap.
cars.
Yeah.
Shit, go kart, they catching dust, won't even start. Like, but yeah, I mean, he probably got too many cars, and people think he happy. I don't understand it, but.
Well, it's just that luxury rap, like Rick Ross, Jay-Z,
Right.
Drake. Like we hear Meek Mill, a lot of artists come out. Like you get the rapping style, and they also have a message with the raps. But when you make it to a certain stature, currency, a lot of rappers, it's that luxury rap. It's just a little take on rap. But
just one last.
Does a great job at doing it. I will say that because he's very descriptive of the way he paints it. Like he paints a good picture of it. So makes you. I'm like, damn, shit, I need to give me a yacht. Like.
No, that's why I like. Right. Yeah, that's why I like listening to some of the records, and I like how well, it's funny how you put Frank Ocean at the end of the intro and the out, background vocals. Shout out Frank Ocean. We waiting for a new album.
Yeah, I mean, you had Frank Ocean where it transitioned to like that smooth type of like that smooth type of beat compared to the original track had the more up tempo type. It's a cool track. I'm not like you said, MCK. I'm not like familiar with 42 Doug, but I felt like his verse fit this track well, and I might need to check out some more of his music due to that. But I'm not too familiar with it. So.
No, I think we agree. I mean, it's not the music for maybe.
It was a dope track to like I said to start off the album, and I'd say both of these tracks, even though I'm about to talk about next, even though it's a dope track. So, you pretty much covered everything to say about this.
I mean, I was pretty much the same. I mean, I get it's funny because these both actually fit perfectly for me personally. Because, like I said, the second track 4, What's Your Name? I don't really listen to YoungBoy like that either. And I thought his verse was really good on this track also. So like it's the same thing where I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go check these guys out because I hear a lot of people talk about YoungBoy. Of course, I know a lot of people troll, but I also do know a lot of people who are very big fans of him as well, like for real fans, not just trolling. Like just
there's a lot of fans. But
it seems like he got like.
And I never bought the hype to it.
Yeah, me.
I tried.
This track, like he did a thing, and I feel like anything Ty Dolla $ign touches is always a dope.
Oh yeah, it's always a hit.
Yeah, Ty Dolla $ign.
You got Ty Dolla $ign. It's gonna be a dope, like dope vibe.
It's like him and like Nate Dogg, how they just melodic on the records. But
and it could also be though, like with 42 Doug and YoungBoy. Like maybe some of the music might not be that good for us. Like if we went back to listen to the actual music, maybe it might not be that good. No. I don't know though, because like I said, I'm just kind of like, just speaking, but like I'm gonna go back and listen to them to actually see because I liked both of the verses, especially YoungBoy's on this track. I thought it was really good. I'm like, bro, like when it came in, I was like, okay, so this is YoungBoy. Like, yeah, exactly. I was like,
why they say YB's better,
right? But it also is when it comes to an album and someone like Tyler the Creator who is artistic and wants that best, quality sound for his tracks. That could also bring the best out of these type of artists, you know what I mean? Who might make a specific type of music, but it's like, bro, like this is a Tyler the Creator album. Like I need you to come different, you know what I mean? So that could be it too, you know what I mean? We might just have got the best version of them.
Because obviously, YoungBoy be sounding like that on all his tracks. So, he's not rapping to an instrumental like that. So.
Exactly, like this is not his type beat, like. But yeah, like you said, bro. Like Ty Dolla $ign with the vocals, like you can't go around with having Ty Dolla $ign as a feature anytime. I'm never gonna say nothing bad about him.
Even if it's just part of the hook or whatever it is, man.
Yeah, and then also another thing that I did add to the song is like we all been there. I'm sure we've all been there before with a chick that we seen or something that looked hella good or something. We want trying to get to know her, trying to go know her name. Like we do anything to try to, you know what I mean? Like you go to a
Feeling
club
like
or
Chris
something.
Brown on that one video, man.
Yeah.
He like following the chick through the car.
But like, isn't like
you going to
that? Yeah, facts. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, but I think we've all been there before. Like, I don't think any guy could, well, I'm pretty sure most guys say they've been there before. Where you seen it, like anywhere you walked into a club or you walked in, anywhere you just, or even at school, you see that crush and you're like, bro, who is that? The new girl in school? Like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, what's your name? Like, we gotta hold on.
What are you doing? What is your name? What do you bring?
Shit, I know I've been there before. I know Darnell has. I seen him. Nah, I'm playing. Then I said, hey, bro, do you see that? All of us back in high school. It's like, bro, we were like Chris Tucker and Ice Cube, and like sitting down, like, damn, no. Every time you see him walk by. But yeah, we're going to the next 2 tracks. So number 5, we got Lumberjack, which was the single, which was the one single that off the album. And this one was fire because I remember when I first heard this track, I was excited to hear the album because when I heard this, I was like, oh, we're getting this, like, yeah, we're getting this type of Tyler, like, you know what I mean? Which we haven't really heard in a minute because his last 2 albums haven't been like rap, you know what I mean? Like you have an occasional, maybe one track or something, but or a couple, but like it was kind of like that new school boom bap type beat, which like, which was super dope for me. It's kind of like that real, it's like that real Gangsta Grills type shit, like, you know what I mean? Like that mixtape.
You heard this shit and you heard DJ Drama on it.
Yeah,
it was like, damn,
right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also like the line we said, "Shout out my mother, my father didn't pull out." Like, we wouldn't be reviewing this album right now.
They didn't pull out,
right? And but then it's funny
because
Tyler the Creator always
really dope.
Yeah, but I'll finish up real quick. But Tyler the Creator always has like those vintage like lines where he's always saying something wild, like where he's like 2 lines that he said that were like, the only time there's not. Only a few artists could really be getting away with, like, so like when he said whips on whips, my ancestors got their backs out. I was like, but that's a Tyler the Creator type of like, back in the day he was saying,
and he was like that first came out where he's saying some crazy shit like fucking fuck Steve Harvey, like random shit like that.
Yeah, just random like. Even this one, he said my nigga tall, he looked like a bitch. I call him Mulan. Like. I thought that was hilarious.
What the hell?
Like, bro,
he
it's
said
just
he
funny.
A weirdo.
People who don't know what Mulan is, it's a movie. I mean, it's this girl. She got to.
They used to treat me like the
guy
boy
so she
off
could fit in. Yeah.
Malcolm in the middle.
The movie for people who don't know it. How do you guys feel about this track though?
Yeah, it was a dope single, man. I mean, it made it more like hearing this, you hear DJ Drama on it, and then, when you were expecting it, it's like okay, like yeah, Tyler the Creator got something cooking, before this is dropped like a week before the album came out. So yeah, it was a dope. Everything about it was dope. I fucked with the whole track.
Yeah, nah, he was cooking up. I mean, he got that boy Jasper that was on
Jasper was talking in it too.
That's cool to bring, some people back from the Wolf Gang, even though they're not collabing like that together, like they used to. I think I like how you put like good credit score. This car really can't max out. That's cool. Hey, that's real though. That's
some bars, man.
That's some good bars. People need it. Hey, good credit, you can max it out, bro. At least pay it back though.
No, you don't want to max out. Yeah, I was gonna say unless you pay it off. That ain't no good advice unless you smart.
Hey, unless you gonna pay that mug off.
A lot of people gonna hear that and be like, "Damn, so I could do that." Then you better pay it off.
Hell nah, then your bill's still up. Nah, man. Nah, but nah. I mess with the song, and I like the video. One good thing about this album is that all the videos are very well thoughtful and really they use a lot of time with it. They put a lot of production to it.
This beat kind of gave you that stank face. When you hear that beat, you just kind of like you just nod your head like,
oh yeah, like that one meme. They like ooh,
yeah. We
they take out their headphone like ooh,
yeah,
yeah. Nah, he was definitely rapping on here.
Yeah, this single definitely made it more like and it made it more like to anticipate the album. Like you heard this and you were like, oh, like this is gonna be crazy. But the second track also is fire. We got Hot Wind Blows featuring Lil Wayne. And I'll start off with this one because I didn't really
Lil Wayne.
I thought this is also another track that's one of my favorites. And I feel like we talked about Lil Baby like killing features all year and doing his thing. But I feel like I feel like Lil Wayne, like, bro, because in the beginning of the year, he was doing a lot of features, but I feel like it was going under the radar. Like in the beginning of the year, you're like, oh, Lil Wayne's on every track, but no one's really talking about as much until like I would say the last couple of months. Everyone's like, because he's on West Side Gun's album, like I know he just dropped some, like he's on, like he's everywhere, and he's literally been on fire lately to the point where I feel like it's leading up to him dropping an album, and like I want to say I'm sure we'll hear an album from him, if not December, like early next year, like January, February. Something tells me he's gonna finish off the year with an album though. Like I don't think we're not gonna finish this year out unless he finishes off with all killing features, and then like say January, Lil Wayne album. I think that's what I think is gonna happen. So
yeah, I'll go second. Yeah, no, this is one of my favorites too. I can agree. Lil Wayne was definitely flowing on here. He definitely it was definitely a good feel, good production just to have him flowing, like, Lil Wayne be talking that talk, you know what I'm saying? Like
the beat fit him, like his voice.
Yeah, no, it fit me. Like he was just flowing, like, excuse me, pardon me, in the wind blows so hard at me. Look, like, like he was just going in, like, whoop game. That's all I need. Like we need to go. Like, oh, that's that.
Came in,
listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
That's more. That's that high pitch, like Lil Wayne that I mess with.
That's that vintage.
That's that vintage high pitch. Good energy on the track. It was well thoughtful of a beat that I like, and that's one of my top tracks. For sure, definitely.
Yeah, and Lil Wayne, he this thing on the feature, like, in that 2021 verse, Lil Wayne, seems like he always does dope features for Tyler.
Yeah, that is true as well. All right, let's go on to the next two tracks, which is track 7. We got Massa, which for people who don't know is that like the term for the master and the slave. So it's called Massa. So you guys could start off with this track because I actually got a lot written to this one.
Well, this one kind of like the beat kind of remind you of like you're in a like a hotel like room or something, like it's like kind of like that elevator theme music.
Yeah, elevator music, man.
Yeah, like when you just
that's like relaxing vibe to me, man.
I mean, this album is about like traveling, going to different places, so it fits perfectly. Like people got to realize the concept of the album too. So what you're saying is
accurate, the whole concept, and that's a lot of artists these days don't be doing that anymore like that.
Exactly. Even with the beats, like usually it's a concept with just the lyrics, right?
Yeah, I feel like
it's just a concept with the lyrics, but right, yeah, I agree. But to make a concept with that production though is when it hits differently though.
Like, that's why I definitely brought that out, because I mean that's just that's the first time I ever heard somebody do a rap song like that. It's something different that I've never heard before. He doing something that's out of the walls, like, whoa, you put that in the album and that was a concept, like it's a little different. But I like this song. What you think, Caleb?
Yeah, it wasn't like one of my favorites on the album, but like, it was a dope track to, when I don't know, I'm doing dishes, man. I won't skip it. Chilling to it, Not like what I can go listen to every day when I want to listen to some Tyler the Creator or anything, but it was cool.
For me, it's actually one of my favorite tracks on the album when you like actually listen to and dissect it, like especially like when he in the intro when he's just kind of like like do your shit, whatever brings you immense joy. do that. That's your luxury. The greatest thing that ever happened to me was being damn near 20 and leaving Los Angeles for the first time, and I got out my bubble. My eyes just wide, like pretty much going to what he was talking about with the massa, pretty much, which is keeping you in like pretty much you're going to be stuck in one place in that environment, you know what I mean, keeping you there, not being able to, and then or pretty much to go out and see things and to become your own man, pretty much. But and then he also said, you know, his mom was stuck in the shelter when Yonkers dropped, and when he got her out, that's when he knew he made it. I thought that was a dope line as well, because most of the track, pretty much it's talking about the environment he came from. Also, when he's talking about becoming rich and then taking taxes, and then wondering where the money went, like he said, like a flower gets its petal, they pluck it and they never use it. It's still potholes in the schools. Where does it go? Like, he's making all this money coming from this, like he came from this environment. Now he's making all this money. They're taking taxes from him, but yet they're supposed to be giving this money back to, you know, you would think they're giving this money back to the, you know, to these communities and stuff like that, or for education, for schools and things like that. But it's like, they ain't done. So where's this money that y'all like? Where's this tax money? Like, where's that going? You know what I mean? And also I meant to go back to the first one, something I skipped, which this whole track, he pretty much covered his rap journey, like, and his growth as an artist, which I want to go back to. I totally messed up when I was talking about it. Then the last part I wrote was on the second verse, when he said, you can relate to these things I say, to these instrumentals, whether it's wealth talk or shit that's painful. I paint full pictures of my perspective on these drum breaks, just for you to tell me it's not good from your lunch break. So it's kind of like people will say whatever regardless, you know what I mean? Just so to kind of just keep doing your thing and don't let them control you, basically, for your art, because you're gonna rap your pain and whatever, and someone's still gonna listen to it and be like, but it's like when you break down the song, bro, this is probably might be one of the deepest songs on the album. So that's why it became my favorite, because like I said, I listened to it. Now, I thought it was dope at first, but then when I really listened to it, I was like, oh, hold up, like he's really, you know, he's really talking, like, yeah, when you really dissect it, like it all makes sense, like from the massa, what he's talking about, kind of like, he's not talking about like the slavery, but as far as you could be a slave to the environment, to your mind, and not going out, you know what I mean? Like he said, he was stuck in that bubble. The best thing that happened to him was leaving LA, and it opened his eyes to everything else. Some people, there's a lot of people we know that I tell people that all the time. It's like, bro, like, go travel, do, you know, like, go.
Some people don't even leave these small towns, you know, like,
you got to do that. It's like, it's mandatory. Like, if you're trying to grow and
as a person,
find yourself, really, you know.
No, it's real. Yeah, it's deep. Kind of open your mind up, point of view at life as an adult, or you growing up as a person and trying to find like yourself. I mean, you know, and it's right. You do gotta travel and you gotta open your minds to new things. Gotta be open minded to be better.
Yeah.
So,
facts.
No, it's one of my favorites too. I agree.
Yeah. So we're going to track number 8, which is "Run It Up" featuring Tizo Touchdown.
I don't know who that. Hey, this fire. I like this. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah. I looked at this track and like I thought it was a solid track, and it felt like an interlude. Like it kind of gave you like, because you know when it's kind of like there's a little verse, but it's more like focused on like kind of the hook or like saying a specific thing,
I just like,
which I thought was
catchy,
dope. It was
like,
kind of like help you. We just vibe to this track and then get ready for the next one. You know what I mean? It's like since we're talking about, you know, like trips and travel and stuff like that, it's like you know, you're on the plane, but you got that layover. Like you gotta wait for a little bit before you get on to that next flight. Like this is how that one feels. Like that's my analogy for this track.
You gonna run it up?
Yeah, I like the hook. Tizo Touchdown. Yeah, I'm not familiar, but yeah, did this thing.
Did you guys look him up like after?
I haven't.
His other songs? No, I haven't actually.
Me either.
No, I haven't.
I ain't like.
No, I mean, but like that was me with Drake, like with the was it like Yeba or something like that? Like,
oh yeah,
her like she was actually a good singer, and I do like her songs outside of that. And and Tim's too. Like she's a good artist too. Like as a singer, I like her music. But you know, it's just so hard to dissect all these different artists. There's so many different people that I listen to sometimes, and
I feel you
to dissect it. But nah, I just like the theme of the rhyme of the song. Like it just it's just a good beat. Like run it up, run it up. I can feel myself like just saying that in the car all the time when I was playing. I was like, we go run it up.
That's that go-to song in the whip.
Oh yeah. Yeah, even though it has like nothing too much to the song itself, but it's just I mean, as in my opinion, I like catchy songs. Like definitely when it's just just really like to get your mood in the morning. Sometimes I play it just to get myself moving. We gonna run it up.
What about you, Caleb?
Run it up.
Yeah, it gives you that what Darnell's saying, like it has that like that sound where it gets you like kind of bobbing your head and all that, and it's a dope track. He's a touchdown. Yeah, I'll look into who that is. And
Tizo.
Yeah, Tizo touchdown.
Tizo touchdown, bro.
Yeah, the dope hook. It made the track, in my opinion.
This man look goofy though. This man look mad goofy though.
Who?
You looked the way he looked like.
Oh, you looked him up right now?
Yeah, he looks goofy.
I don't know.
He look goofy though. You know what I'm saying?
I know, criticize him.
Hey, that's right.
Nah, he remind me of like Lil Uzi or something. Actually, no, he remind me of
like trying to be like Jesus or something. Like
I don't know.
Wait a minute, man. No, I feel like I got.
We
can talk about that after the show.
I said Tizo touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. I can see right now. I call him goofy now.
Man, he just being himself, I guess. But
yeah, somebody different.
Looking at guitar.
Bro, I'm just looking at his hairstyle, but that's all I'm gonna say.
This man got some shoulder pads on, looking at the guitar.
Yeah, I really don't.
This man got nails in his hair, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
like that shit don't poke you in the eye.
Oh, what's the?
Yeah.
What's the you just said the shoulder pads? What's that, bro? Every time I see like shoulder pads like that, bro, I always think of what's that WWE group, bro? Back in the days, it was like Demolition, something like that. It was like a wrestling group, and they used to come out with they used to come out with the shoulder pads, bro. They used to have spikes on them. That's hilarious. But anyways, people probably watching like, who's you talking about? Yeah, you gotta look that up. Go see
WWE.
That.
If you're
the Road Warriors,
the Road Warriors. That's what it's called. But yeah, we're going to the next. We're going to track number 9, which is Manifesto featuring Domo Genesis. And man, how you guys feel about this track, bro?
Yeah, I like the cypher feel. Like Domo Genesis. He's definitely one of the underrated and Wolf Game. I like his projects too. You know what I mean? He got a good catalog. From the mixtape, and then I think he had his own little album himself. But I like the beat. Him rapping, it felt like a cypher feel. He just kind of going on rapping, kind of doing his thing, and I got a few lines on here, but I gotta check that out. But what do you guys think? To refresh my mind.
I fucked with the track. You got a Domo Genesis Tyler collab in 2021, and like we mentioned earlier about transitions, man. Like I liked how it transitioned from Tyler opening it up, and then it went into the second verse with that
beat switch.
That beat switch went really hard for his verse. I feel like it made it even better, made the track even more dope because it fit the rapping too for Domo Genesis with that instrumental.
Yes.
Yeah, man. For me, I felt like I was happy to see Domo Genesis on here because he's always been one of my favorites. Even just kind of like even with the mixtape, like No Idols is one of my favorite mixtapes by him, or just one of my favorite mixtapes in general.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking of the name.
Yeah, super underrated. Go check out that if you're watching, go check out No Idols. All produced by The Alchemist too, so I know people are gonna mess with that.
Oh yeah.
I personally felt like this would have been dope too if this track is dope regardless, but I was picturing like if Earl Sweatshirt was on it, or like they did like an Odd Future remix, like a reunion or something to this beat.
Yeah, that's what he should do. They don't have
crazy.
A lot of
like a remix, bro.
like a black, you know how Black Hippie got all the, you know, he got all their people. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't have like that type of all the people, like, you know. I mean, he had Jasper, Domo, you know,
Frank Ocean. If you saying
Frank Ocean,
have
them all on a song together.
But that would be dope if they did a remix. And if they did do that, I want it to be to this track, like specifically, because I can actually hear them. Like I can hear Haji Beats, I can hear Earl Sweatshirt, I can hear Mike G, like I can hear all of them rapping on this. And I personally feel like Tyler the Creator is kind of underrated as a rapper. Because like we know what he could do with an album and like put it together, but I feel like as a rapper, he doesn't really get talked about a lot. Like when you kind of bring up rappers, you don't really hear people bring up Tyler that much. And when he raps like this, I think only because of his last couple albums, that's why he kind of it wasn't really like, you know, rapping like that. But I think his new fans kind of watered that down for him though, because when you listen to Tyler, you know, like we grew up with him, so it's like we know Tyler could rap, but I feel like it's a lot of the newer fans that kind of like from his that he gained from his albums kind of watered it down a little bit as far as his rapping ability, which I'm super happy he came up with this type of album. I think Domo bodied his verse, the way he came with the beat switch, and Tyler the Creator's second verse is to me like one of the best verses on this album. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. Because he had a lot to say, especially when he was talking about like in the very beginning when it was like the white girls, like he's like some little white girls telling him like, why aren't you talking about Black Lives Matter, this and that? And I liked his verse in that because he talked about a lot. I mean, honestly, both of his verses, even the beginning part. But kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Like I feel like it's what he was talking about in his verse with help when it comes to helping his people. But others not really looking at him like he's doing enough. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you're doing something, but then people say you're not. So it's like, what the hell do I do? You know what I mean? It's like, what do I do? So he also talked about, you know what I mean? That's why he just tells, you know, the like kids to just be free and choose your own path. I know he talked about this in the interview too, because he's like, I'm just gonna tell him that because he seems like if I say anything else, I'm just gonna ruin it. Like, so he's like, I'll just tell people that. And even in the beginning, he when he was talking about kind of like you, that's not like your religion, you just follow that because your mammy, like, and then she followed because of grandma, like kind of like where you're just making sure that you like the kids or whoever's listening to the tracks, like and he said he don't have the answers, but if you're not answering those questions and just following something blindly, like you should always kind of answer the questions instead of just following and without figuring it out for your own, you know what I mean? And find out, like kind of like even for religion, anything, like I feel like you should kind of look into it. Don't follow it just because someone else told you follow it. Look into it yourself, and as an individual, if that's what you believe in, then you will be able to follow that, you know what I mean, and put your faith into that. So I actually agree with like what he was saying in that song, and I thought, and this is another track that is my favorite. And also when I was kind of listening to it for Demo Genesis verse, but then when I listened to it Tyler's, I was like, oh damn, this man Tyler went crazy. Like when you dissect it. So yeah. You know, I gotta put in my jewels when it comes to those type of verses.
Gotta put them jewels. Right. Nah, that's true though.
That's my type of writing. When I hear that, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like
that concept should be
stuff like that. You know, that's what I be writing. So
yeah, that's what I said in the J. Cole, I think interview too. I mean review we did. It's like I think it was like, you know, you gotta take some time, you know, and then you could do what you want to do. Like take some time to find yourself first, you know, and then do what you want to do. It sucks that, you know, some people, you know, I didn't grow up with that type of feel to where, you know, people wanted me to go to college and things like that. But
like you got to make your own decisions.
You kind of some people don't get to make their own decisions. They feel like they want you, your parents want you to be a doctor or a lawyer or go to college.
You got your own brain, you got your own emotions, you got, you know,
right. You should be able to make your own choice, right?
Yeah, you got your own, you know, difficulties in life. But all people should do is kind of support what you want to do. I feel like, you know, everybody should just kind of support them instead of trying to pressure them to do something they don't want to do.
Yeah, I agree. We're going to track number 10, which is two track, which is Sweet and I Thought You Wanted to Dance, which both mesh into each other perfectly.
What's this, like the longest song?
Yeah,
this is the longest song on the track.
About 9 minutes. Yeah, about 9 minutes.
Dang.
But I like tracks like
9 minutes.
Yeah,
bro,
same.
That's crazy.
I think it's good like too, especially because exactly that's why it was good, because the song is so good it didn't feel like 9 minutes. When like that shows when it's a good song. If it didn't feel like it and you would listen to it, be like, oh damn, that went by. Especially because it is kind of like 2 tracks in one, but it all flows right into each other as far as what he's talking about. I just like how we kind of pick, because this one I believe Wilshire was the other one. Oh yeah, was the other one that was about 8 minutes, and I like it because a lot of people, especially in hip hop, with all these singles, it's like 2 minutes, like 2-minute tracks, and people's
like
attention spans are just short. So it's like I like when artists put tracks like this out, because it's like, bro, like you're gonna listen to it, like you know what I mean. You gotta sit down for 8 minutes and just vibe with the track and listen to it. I thought this one was very dope too. When he's kind of talking about, I think he's been talking about the same girl, the girl he's talking about when he's like, so sweet, pretty much them having a thing, but it wasn't meant to be. And then going into the second, when he was kind of just talking, when he was talking about the girl choosing someone else over him, which I'm sure a lot of people could relate to as well. People who listen to the song, maybe they were talking to some girl, but she was already with somebody, or she was, they kind of on and off, but then you just in the mix, you're like, and then she ended up, you know what I mean? Like you really feeling for her, but she's still, I've been there before. I could relate to it because I've been there before. So I'm not going to even sit here in front like,
no, I think some of us have,
Yeah. And then basically at the end where he's like, I'll save a dance, I'll say saving a dance for her and don't forget about me. Like,
don't forget about
saying like them feelings ain't like he's not gonna forget about you, like his feelings for you, but at the same time, like he's like, I'll be here waiting, like type of thing. If it ain't working out with him, like I'll be here waiting. So I thought it was just a dope track, and also he was on a reggae beat at the end, like it was a reggae beat, which I was
gave me like some the second track on here, like it made me give me like some like type of like beach vibe, like you had a fucking tiki bar or something like that.
I like just chilling, all the transitions, all the
sipping on my tea.
It's just it's crazy.
I just like the storytelling. He did a really good job with
the popularity of this song made it mean like this is why this is one of the best songs on there. It's just too much transitions, a lot of emotion in the song, a lot of feelings of relatable things of relationships, and you trying to find that girl that you like, but she with somebody. But you're complimenting her. You're like, don't forget me.
Especially when everything's perfect, but it's not gonna work out.
But you just stay around. I think we've been around that. Like that in life, but but it's like there's some people that feel that way. It's like sometimes girls they let the good ones go. Instead of they stuck up with the bad one, But then they probably think about it now. Back in their past, they like, wow, I should have took that chance, but they didn't.
You remember Tyler the Creator, man, on these boats and yachts, flying to France and Switzerland and shit. Like you could have been in Geneva now.
You could have been on that type of way.
You could have been with DJ Drama and Tyler the Creator over now, out in France. Yeah. That's hilarious.
That's fine.
But yeah, anything you guys got to add to it?
Oh no,
this is dope vibe now. Dope track.
All right, we're going to the next. So track 11 was pretty much just his mom speaking, mama talk, about just about a minute, not too long. Which was
mama talk. That was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell she a real one for sure. Like, and I don't know if you guys watched the 97 interview that he did like recently. He was pretty much talking about. They asked him about his mom a little bit, and like pretty much her just protecting him like through everything, like because he'll get like picked on or stuff like that, and his mom was always there, like so.
That should be every mom.
That should be right, yeah. So, but just hearing it was
somebody. I'm bossing up on these teachers.
Yeah, right.
Bossing up on these kids.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I was like, you know what I'm saying. Man.
And then you hear Tyler in the back, like, "Yeah, mom, like, go
yeah, mom." Nah, but some people got their their relationship with their mom where they back them up for things like that, growing up. But sometimes that could lead to other bad things, and that causes more goofiness towards kids. Like they laugh at you. Oh, your mom got to be here with you. Like they don't think you like more of his.
Man.
Yeah,
I'd rather be a mama's boy than anything else. That means we have a close relationship and a good family dynamic. It's like, I mean, back then I understand we're just kids and people roasting each other, but when you grow up, bro, like that's the relationship we want. Like that's what you want, bro. Like
that's what you want,
right? You look back as like, damn, especially if you don't have your mom no more.
And then you'll be like, man, I'm embarrassed. Now you embarrassed to even be seen with her. Like you don't want to go to the mall and you like, mom, just drop me off. I don't need you to come with me. Like
when you're like 14.
Yeah, when you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, mom, you're gonna embarrass me. I don't need you to come with me.
Caleb in high school.
Darnell is here yelling at his mom.
Look, Caleb, mom.
Hey, nah, man. But that's a relationship. It's a goofy.
You always do.
Sometimes you got a goofy one where they kind of like your best friend. They always be with you on the side when things go wrong.
Right. But I always got to appreciate the mom. So yeah, this was I definitely messed with. I mean, even though it was just a little skit, like it was.
It was a funny one. No, it was a real one, but funny
one.
Like, yeah,
she's real. She said, yeah, like her father had some, like his father had some, but nah, he got his looks from me though. Like,
yeah,
that's hilarious. But pretty much, yeah, we're going to track number 12, which is Rise featuring Daisy World.
Daisy World.
I didn't really have that much into this. I thought I just liked the track a lot. Like honestly, I really like this track. The beat is dope. It has that bounce to it. You could just vibe to. Like the vocals were on point. I thought it was just a really good track. Like it is one of my favorites on the album. But it's one of my favorites on the album, but I didn't have much written to it. Like it's just one of those tracks you just listen to and you're like,
yeah.
I mean, I'll go back.
The sound of it.
Yeah.
I'm rising to the top. I'm rising to the top.
Daisy World did her thing in the background.
Yeah, the vocals were a little bit better than that.
Daisy World did. She did her thing.
He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't do the vocals that way."
I know you.
This gonna be like the voice.
I know your voice sucks.
I'm gonna have to turn around.
Sick of hearing your voice.
Don't be hating. I be in the shower, man, vocaled up with the JBL speakers. Though.
You better be in the shower vocaled up. Better put
I'm in the shower vocaled up.
You can relate to the next track, man. You're not DJ Khaled. You can relate to the next track.
We the best.
We the best.
All right, but
I'm gonna rise to the top.
So I could tell that's one of your favorite ones too, huh?
Why? Because it's catchy.
This man Darnell wakes up.
It's one of my favorites too. I'm
one of my favorites. Nah, it's just I like women.
Hella catchy,
melodic vocals in the background and
facts.
And just kind of that. It's like an uplifting track. It's like another one where I would actually turn this on to wake up, rise to the top. Like it tells me I'm gonna have a good day. Like, rise to the like I'm stretching it in the morning. You know what I mean? So
burning some calories. No.
And this is another person, and I like to go back in her discography and see what other music she makes. Because I definitely like her sound for sure. Even though I'm not. But I definitely like to check it out. But what else you guys think about it?
Yeah, I just looked her up right now.
Oh, you did?
She got a couple singles out released in like July 23rd, 2021. I don't see anything else on Apple Music besides that. So it looks like she, newer artist.
Trying to get a shine up.
Yeah, I'm sure she probably was a songwriter too for a minute. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are like that. Where like I'm sure she was behind the scenes somewhere in different places, but like she's finally, doing her own thing now. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. Yeah. I'm just making some shit up. Like,
nah, but I mean, some artists though, like there's a lot of songwriting. I believe she was on Steve Lacy's project. She must have did. Oh yeah, she was on one of the records. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't.
Oh yeah, I see it right here.
I didn't listen to that all the way through, but that's
I'm gonna save these two tracks just so I can listen to a little after this.
but save it's just Nah, I swear. When one thing about music, it's like they get this one artist featured, and then it goes, and then you be like, whoa, they featured on this song. They featured with this person, this person, this.
Yeah.
It's a evolving thing with music. It's like like a circular motion. Like, whoa, you're like, oh, that's why I like Drake's album to where I heard
Yeah.
it Tim's, I heard
Yeah,
a
you get to
Yebba.
hear new artists that you never heard
Yeah, you're
before.
like, whoa, bro,
Yeah.
where they come from? How
Yeah.
that collab come about?
How did I not hear this person before you put them on your album?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, that's a fact. This was Darnell when he was rising to the top in the morning, man. This is you woke up in the morning.
Stupid.
That's hilarious. So he got track number 13, which was Blessed, which was pretty much just a minute of him. You know what I mean? Just pretty much talking about what he's got going on. Life's great, being blessed. You know, the skin moisturized, he's exfoliating, you know what I mean? This, you know, the hair looking nice, you know what I mean? He just that's all he was talking about in there, you know what I mean? He got things going on, and everything's going good for him, man. So shout out to Tyler the Creator. We're happy to hear that, buddy. And oh man, you got Pure Rap Podcast reviewing your album. Come on, bro. Like it don't get better than that, bro. Like I know he's blessed because you know this is the top of the top. You got BET Album of the Awards, and we're reviewing your album in the same week.
Months later.
Come on, Tyler. Man, I know he watching this right now, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to track number 14, which is Juggernaut featuring Lil Uzi Vert and Pharrell.
Does he hit the track?
Yes, you can start off with this one, Caleb.
What am I saying? Yeah, it's a huge track because obviously you got Uzi on there, and you got Pharrell, and it's another one of those tracks where you have the transition. Started off kind of smooth, kind of this smooth elevator type music, and then DJ Drama comes on like hold up, and then that beat this give me like the Lemonhead type vibe where like it's like that heartbeat. And then, one of those tracks with the heartbeat, when majority of the album is, more like smooth. But yeah, it was a dope track, I fucked with it. I'm not really big on Lil Uzi and that. Pharrell's dope, but I fuck with it.
What about you, Daniel?
Definitely a different song. Like, just to hearing them names together, like Lil Uzi and Pharrell.
Well, he's worked with Pharrell.
No, I'm just saying. He did. No, I had to remember the track.
For him
it was
a lot,
Neon
actually.
Guts. Yeah. No, it was Neon Guts. No, that was a good song. I had to think. I was like, for real, just those names didn't sound together, but it's like another one that was good. Like Lil Uzi, though, he been doing his thing, with him rapping like pretty fast and him doing his flows and all that. But definitely a different production wise. For Lil Uzi, but no, it was a cool song. It's not one of my favorites, but it's definitely it's a cool song. I don't really have too much for it because it's not really my favorite.
Yeah. It reminded me of Lemonhead. It had like that like hard beat to it.
I think it's good for what it is, but it's just not my.
I mean,
favorite.
I thought also this track was a banger. And I thought Tyler did his thing, of course. I thought Uzi was fire on this beat, especially with the flow, with that fast flow, like he sounded same thing, like the features, the features. I feel like, and I actually like Lil Uzi Vert. Like I don't listen to him a lot, but when I do, there's a few songs by Uzi that I actually really like a lot. So I've always been a fan of him. And I thought he sounded good on here. I like when he raps. Like he's not like a crazy lyricist or anything, but I do like when he raps because he's not no mumble rapper or nothing like that. Like Lil Uzi really can actually rap, so I like when he does that. Because there's a few songs I like older that I have from SoundCloud that I have saved that he was going in rapping. I'm like,
the old SoundCloud Uzi.
Yeah, so he was like really be doing his thing. I mean, he's from Philly, so he better, you know what I mean? Can't be from Philly and just come out here and just saying anything, you know what I mean? But and I thought same goes with Pharrell, bro. Like, it's always dope when you get to hear Pharrell rap, especially on a track like this, you know what I mean? Because same thing, he was going in, like, they both understood the assignment, did what they had to do. They both fit perfectly on the beat. And one more thing too is, like, Tyler must really love that Rolls Royce, bro, because this man mentioned that double R. I always talk about the double R, like, bro, and literally probably like 5 tracks in this album, like 5 to 6 tracks of the album. I think he's mentioned that same Rolls Royce.
Oh yeah, Rolls Royce.
Yeah, now it's just funny though because it's like I swear there was another album we might have reviewed that like I don't know if it was Freddie Gibbs or Benny the Butcher. It was someone that like mentioned something like kind of like a lot and throughout the album. I'm like, damn, they must really love like that like specific thing, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people talk about that, like the stars on the roof and all that. Like everybody be saying that. They be always loving that type of cars.
Facts.
But they don't show no love to Teslas, bro. Where the Tesla love at?
Man. I don't even know what I was gonna say. But we're going to the last 2 tracks. We made it. We got track number 15, Wilshire.
2 minutes, man. 2 minutes, bro. You gotta knock out these tracks, man.
All right.
Football.
Yeah, so this was this man Caleb said this man a fiend, bro. This man a football.
Yeah, to throw in them words with it, man. Tizo touchdown. Be upset with y'all, man.
Hey, he trying to see Tizo get that touchdown.
Tizo
Shoulder pads on. Put your shoulder pads on next week when we do
with the shoulder.
Bro, we do an album review, man. We're gonna throw on them shoulder pads and the helmet.
Shoulder pads. Tizo touchdown.
Put on
the project review it. Put on them shoulder pads.
That's hilarious. Nah, but this was the second track on here that was about 8 minutes long. This was the other track that we were talking about.
Yeah,
and like I said before, bro, there's not too many artists who can make tracks this long, and to the point where you listen to it and you actually want to go back and listen to it again. Like, there's not a lot of artists that could do that, in my opinion. Especially these days. Like back in the days, a lot of artists had long songs, like Outkast and people like that, and of course you're gonna listen to it. And you know that's back then when you plugged in the CDs, so you're gonna listen to the whole thing front to back. You don't even know how long the song is. Like you just listen to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I thought this was dope. The beat is chill, very smooth. It's one of those real, like raw and honest, like emotional, like tracks. Like you could feel like everything he's saying. I think I feel like he outdid himself on this one with like his lyrics and also just the growth of the concept of what he's talking about. You kind of just follow along with the story, and then it's pretty much what we were talking about before. It's just not being able to be with this girl, but like you're having such a good time with her and everything. You know what I mean? Like you got all this love for her and everything. You know, you buying her things, all this, but you know you ain't gonna end up being with her because she's with this other. She ultimately chooses to be with the other guy, and you're like, so that's pretty much what this. Like, but he had the entire story for 8 minutes, just fully going in, like super descriptive, telling the story, relatable. You could feel it, and I thought he did a good. When it comes to storytelling, I like storytelling, but this was really good. Like that's why I felt like he outdid himself. Like for me personally, when I heard this. So, how you guys feel about it though?
You go, Darno.
I don't know. I don't really got too much to say on it. You know, it's definitely a long process, thoughtful song that's on here. You know, definitely a lot of storytelling on here. Last 2 tracks wasn't really like my favorites though, but I mean I know they definitely had a lot of full meaning, but
yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I mean, they're cool tracks and all, but I wasn't like, you know, they're not my
I wasn't blown away. Like, you know,
yeah, I mean, it don't gotta be your favorite. Like, ain't every song not gonna be your favorite.
I mean, it's not something that I would always want to.
I can see what you're saying, especially when it comes to like an 8-minute track where you like, it's
yeah, cool. I'm not gonna play this in the car.
That's not the type of track you want to listen to for 8 minutes every time it pops up. Like something.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I mean, yeah,
it's gonna be a skip.
I mean, of course not. Like, yeah, but we gotta keep in mind that this song is 100% not a skip, because we're talking about, you know, just listen to the CD front to back. You know what I mean? Like if you were listening to an Outkast album, you're not gonna be skipping the 8-minute tracks. You know what I mean? Like we're just being real. Like especially if it's storytelling and that descriptive and that lyrical. Like
my mood, man. Sometimes I might want to hear Will.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously nowadays people just go on Apple Music, click on it.
That's that real.
I'm just being that is real though. Like that's how nowadays that's how people are, bro. Like
road trip vibes. You listen to 8 minutes.
Man, music deals with a lot of emotion too, man. If my vibe ain't there, I might be skipping it. It could be the best track in the world, man.
But that's only a hip hop thing though. I just don't understand though. That's only a hip hop thing, bro. Because you listen to if you go to other genres, bro, like most of the songs, like
and that deals with my vibe too. Sometimes I feel like listening to Carrie Underwood. I don't feel like listening to Tupac.
So Carrie Underwood.
That genre.
I like listening to Mariah Carey, man.
You chose Carrie Underwood over a
This
Tupac
is some
song?
random white chick I thought of, man.
Hold on.
You need to shut the fuck up.
This man said
don't be dissing Carrie Underwood
over a Tupac song.
Don't be dissing Carrie Underwood like that. Don't tell me to shut up. You're gonna have a bunch of crazy white chicks with their Starbucks, man, going after you. They're gonna start throwing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have everyone that listen to Tupac marching with me. Nah. This man,
I'm not saying
Carrie Underwood because you only said Carrie Underwood because you got NFL on right now.
One day I might listen to this.
Carrie Underwood.
That's the only reason he said Carrie Underwood, because he got the NFL theme song. What was that?
This man saying anything to throw at me with that. I'm not saying, I rather listen to Carrie Underwood and Tupac in general. I'm just saying there might be a day where I want to listen to fucking, I don't know, something different than hip hop. So I go listen to that type of music.
Oh yeah, you definitely gotta change up what you want to hear.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like saying Wilshire, I don't have that vibe. I might just skip it.
Well, yeah, no, I know. I'm saying I'm just talking about listen to the album front to back, like it's an 8-minute track. So
most
people are gonna skip it just on their own time. But if you're going to just listen to a couple tracks, yeah.
I was going off what Darnell was saying, where he was saying he would skip it, like depending.
But it's hard to skip it because this is a concept album. You know what I mean? So it's like the song literally goes with what he's talking about in early tracks. You know what I mean? That's why for me, when I listen to an album that's actually,
when I got my shuffle on, I might want to listen to that Young Boy track. Like 2 songs later.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you always got the shuffle on. I know you. So, but yeah, we'll go to track number 16. Which is,
I gotta have my playlist, man, and shuffle with the vibe, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I'm just saying.
I make my playlist with the vibe.
I guess it's not like just a regular outlet. It's a concept album. So that's all I'm saying. I agree with you, though. I agree with you, but I'm just saying it's a concept album. So front to back, you can't skip it because it goes.
No. I'm just saying in general, like, if I'm at I'm riding down, fucking, I don't know, down by the beach, I'm not bumping this in my car.
Yeah, if you by the beach, you're probably gonna be listening to.
You're gonna be listening to that
Safari.
Safari.
What's that one chick?
Or hot wind blows with.
What's that one new chick that's like everywhere? That one chick that used to.
What chick?
I played that one chick that's on that was like a Disney Channel. She's like all over the radio right now. The Olivia chick. Play that song.
Olivia
Rodrigo.
Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah.
I don't really know that.
I don't really know much about her. I only know because a couple. Yeah, I don't know because a couple friends already told me about her. She was on the that like.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. Oh, that's so random though. I didn't even get to that. Like.
that's what I'm gonna be listening to when I'm driving down by fucking Venice Beach or wherever fucking Santa Monica.
So that's what you're gonna be listening
to. Whatever beach there is.
This man in San Diego can't even name a beach. No.
Man, I'm trying to think of one out of the first night.
Mission Beach.
I'm trying to go out of
Mission Beach.
Go to La Jolla Cove. Go to La Jolla Cove.
Someone in Miami probably knows of Santa Monica before Mission Beach, man. I'm trying to relate to the.
Nah, we got San Diego hats on, man. We only mentioned the San Diego, the finest of beaches. So but we'll go to track number 16, which is the outro track, Safari, to end it off. How you guys feel about how the outro?
It's cool.
What you guys do?
Nothing crazy, but
Yeah, I ain't got too much. It's good.
I like the opening tracks better than the outro tracks for this album, in my opinion. Like the first couple more than the last couple tracks.
Yeah, I thought this beat was. I thought the beat was dope. And it was a good outro track. What I put? Oh yeah, when he made his voice, I know he made his voice a little lighter in the first track. It reminded me of that Dave East track when he, he made the little light voice. But when he said, "Fuck all the chains and the cars, get a passport, see the world, open your eyes till your back hurt. Niggas get bread and won't leave. Shit is backwards. Start with your feet, then the car, then the airport. Get out your bubble gum. Pretty much just get out your bubble." Same thing, like to go with the concept of the album. It's like, man, like at the end of the day, yeah, he got the money for the chains and the cars and all that stuff, but it's like, bro, get a passport, go see the world, go see different places, even in the United States. Like, go to a different city, go do a different state, go somewhere. And even like you said, like a lot of people got money. Like I know some friends, who got some money. Like I know damn well you could get a flight, catch a flight to some place if you really want to. But it's like people just don't really want to leave or get out their comfort zone. I guess they're a little too comfortable in their environment and don't want to leave or see different cultures or see anything new. And like you said, start with your feet. You know, you walk in, then the car, like go walk someplace that you've never been to. Then car. In my case, I started with the airport before the car. But yeah, that's how I felt. But to end it, I like the concept behind this album, the message, or with this album and just the message behind the whole thing. Pretty much, like I said, to get out your comfort zone, open your mind, all that good stuff. And find yourself, see which direction you want to go on in life instead of just, you know, staying in one place. It's hard to really figure out what you want to do if you don't really get out there. And then ending it with the Gangsta Grills, you know what I mean? With the little with the Gangsta Grills little sound and the outro at the very end, and then DJ Drama closing it out, which is perfect. A perfect ending in my opinion. So yeah. But yeah, that's it for the tracks. And pretty much what we've been doing, if you've been watching our reviews, now we do the top 3 favorite tracks. So what are you guys' top 3 favorite tracks off this album? It's been out for a while, so you definitely had a lot of time to figure out which one's your top.
Definitely had a lot.
This was yesterday, man. I don't know.
Whoa. I guess I can go.
I want to hear what Darnell says, man.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Top 3 tracks, favorites.
I got you. First one, Sweet. I thought you were. You know what I'm saying? That was a fire win. What's your name with Young Boy? Definitely. And then I mean, it really ain't too hard. I guess Run It Up. It was between that and the Lil Wayne, but I like Run It Up for what it was. Kind of like
not Rise. I thought you were messing with Rise.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. But What's Your Name is good. Like I like the production on that one, and then Run It Up is cool, and then Sweet is fire too. I think those are like the 3 ones I would play off of.
I got a young boy Stan account on Twitter, man. Just wanted to let y'all know. He'd be like, he's better retweets.
Nah.
What about you, Caleb? Top 3 favorites.
I got 3, and I got an honorable mention because I don't know if I want to put it in there or not.
Yeah, I got an honorable mention too.
Yeah, I got the honorable mention because I'll just make it easy, man. I'll say tracks 3 through 5 are my favorite, and then my honorable mention would be track number 10.
All right. My top 3 would be, I want to say Corso, Manifesto, and probably Massa. And my honorable mentions would be Rise, What's Your Name, and Wilshire. I would say those 3.
My honorable.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, Corso and Manifesto probably like the 2 I go back to a lot. But yeah, so to end it off, of course, we always got to end the album review off with the rating. So we'll start off with you, Caleb. What is your rating?
Your
rating.
You started first.
Darnell did the last one.
Yeah, exactly. So he goes again.
No.
I'll throw it in. Shit, I haven't thought about this.
All right, Darnell, you start off.
I'm torn between. Darnell, go ahead, man. I'm torn between.
I don't want to force you.
You want me to go?
You'll go last. Caleb will go last.
No. A second.
You know, it's definitely a cohesive album. Definitely honorable. One of the best projects of this year. Definitely. This is out of 5, I believe, right? We still doing 5.
Bro, we doing 5. How much album review? We never do 5.
We doing 10 dollars. 10. Okay, we doing 10. My bad. My mind's a little messed up right now. But I'm gonna do. It's cohesive. I'm gonna do 8 out of 10. I think it was definitely great. Definitely great. I think I need to play it more. There's a lot of little great projects.
Wait, what was your rating?
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, 10.
I need to play it more. There's a lot of people that dropped this year. You got Drake.
This album been out since June.
Kanye.
What you mean play it more? No.
I mean, there's a lot of people. Kanye dropped, Drake dropped, Cole dropped, Isaiah dropped. I mean, there's a lot of people that kind of dropped this year. Corday finna drop. I mean, there's a lot of different people that's gonna drop this year.
But what does that have to do with the rating for this?
I know. I think I do.
I really don't. Yeah, I'm just.
You know what I'm saying? It's top of the year, man. That's what you rate.
What is your rating,
like you need to name it album of the year.
Like, yeah, you're rating for this album.
Trying to come with like a whole year's worth of rankings right now. Like, bro,
like you can't give them a higher or a lower review because of the other albums. I'm like, what is it?
This man, Blizzard, man, skip that now, man. I'm going next, man. Screw you, Darnell.
Wait, but what is it? Is that your rating? 8? Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm like, is that like, all right, Caleb, you go ahead.
No, you just ruined my night, man.
Yeah, facts.
I want you to go first because I thought you were gonna say something like extravagant, man. I thought I was gonna live up to what you had. You just fucking bullshitted, man. Shame on you.
This was Darnell the whole time. This was Darnell the whole time explaining.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
This ain't my album of the year. Man. I'll give it 8.5.
8. All right, I'm just writing them down so I remember when I do the snippet. All right. You want to give your explanation?
8.2.
This man pulled the handy
8.5.
0.5.
Yeah, got a level up on you.
A little bit. You were showing some love for Tyler because of the war.
You want to level up on you.
You want to explain? You want to explain your little outro for how you like the album?
You say your little outro.
Yeah, you always got to have a little.
Man. It's not as good as J. Cole's or Drake's or Kanye's, but no, that's cool, man. I like I said, I like the first. I guess I don't say half, but like I like the first couple tracks more than the last couple tracks, and I felt like if it would have gave me like the same like. If I liked it just as much as the beginning as then, like I feel like I would have gave it a higher rating, but because of that, like I'm giving it 8.5. But yeah.
All right. For me,
like, all right, this man's.
Oh no! I was just looking at my thing. I didn't mean that. All right was not directed towards you. I wasn't directed towards you. But yeah, I thought the album flowed perfectly well from intro to the outro, like as far like you guys were saying, the main like the beats, like the way it was just transitioning to the next song, to the production, the rapping, the melodies, the features did their thing. Of course, DJ Drama, overall gave it that Gangsta Grills, that good vibe that made it feel, that mixtape, that feeling from
I don't have a hat on, but you got to tip your cap to that, man.
Facts.
Yeah, tip your cap to DJ Drama, man.
Facts. Yeah, I'll tip my hat to him. I feel like this album was like everything that we've got from Tyler the Creator, kind of like all in one album, as far as the melodies, like the production from his last 2 albums, and then the rapping from his early days. But I feel like he took it to the next level. He's always been, especially because we know he's a music head, but he took it to the next level. Sonically, the album is crazy. I like the concept album, and I would give this. I'll give this a 10 out of 10. I don't give that lightly. I don't give out 10 like that a lot, but for me personally, I give this album a 10 out of 10. Because I really enjoyed it, and I think it's one of the best albums because it's also, like I said, it's a concept album too. That's what gets me. Like I think that's what boosts it up to a 10. There's a lot of albums that came out and not really concept albums. This one fully gives you from front to back, like a direction of where the album is headed, a good message. You know what I mean?
Respect that. I understand what you did there. Yeah. I mean,
and it's personally my.
It gave him the whole album itself had a concept from the tracks to the everything.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. So and the whole thing.
It's my favorite Tyler album. Out of all of the albums he dropped, this is my favorite one, like fully through. There's some of the albums I even recently, like I've probably skipped a couple of tracks and stuff like that. This is I will say this is my favorite Tyler album. And what else I was gonna say? Yeah, I just like what he did with it. It was very versatile. It was well done to the samples, the luxury rap style, the emotion that he put into it, and the album cover too. I like the Brooklyn Zoo kind of inspiration.
ODB.
There was something. There was something I want to mention. You guys remember that 2010s like Mount Rushmore? I don't know why at the time, but I didn't think about even mentioning Tyler the Creator in that.
There's a lot of artists that should, yeah.
Yeah, because I know we mentioned a few different artists, but I feel like I don't know why not all of us left out Tyler the Creator, because I feel like a lot of people, we kind of tend to leave him out of like discussions and things like that. But then when you look back at it, he's been
artists like Wiz
literally
Khalifa, like, you know,
exactly.
who
They've
pretty much
been there
have
the
run
whole
in
entire time.
2010s as well that you don't really mention.
Yeah.
So everyone's
I agree.
so
Wiz
like,
Khalifa
oh,
definitely
J.
one of those guys.
Cole, Drake, like, you know, you're just gonna go for those type of artists, and that's where, that's where people levitate to.
Yeah. And it's crazy. This rating is, I think, out of all the albums we reviewed for this year, which has only been what, J. Cole, Drake. This is actually the highest album I've rated. I do full 100% believe that it's better than a lot of the albums that came out this year, in my opinion. And we're doing our top 10 at the end of the year, right? Like our top 10 like albums, our little award, PRP award show thing. So stick tuned for that, because we only got about a few months left until we actually get down to that. So there's still tons of albums of people got to come out, even people who are gonna be coming out soon. So and next week we'll be doing speaking of an album that just came out, next week we'll be reviewing Meek Mill's new album, Expensive Pain. So yeah, man, get ready and look forward to that. We will be back live on this Monday, or next Monday, my fault. So tune into that. We might end up having a guest. I'm not 100% sure yet. I gotta see about that. But yeah, man, go check out our previous reviews, which was, I believe, the last one we did was Drake, Certified Lover Boy. Then we did Kanye West, Donda. Go check out our other episode 30, which was the last one we did with King Shams, artist from Philly. Go check that out. Go check out his music. Go check out the one before that, which Project Pat which was episode 28. Go check that one out. Go check out the one before that too, when we had Give Vader. Go check out his music. A lot of new talent, a lot of new artists, and all these albums that we reviewed. If you haven't listened to them yet, please go listen to it. Go leave your comment. Let us know in the comments how you feel, what's your favorite tracks, how you feel about the album, all that good stuff, and even recommendations of maybe things that we could review later. But yeah, stay tuned for Meek Mill's album review next Wednesday. And then you guys got to add on to that?
Be safe. Have a great night. See y'all next week. And thank you for your time. And I need to get me one of those hats because, you know, I want to look adorable like you guys. And yeah.
Nice, man. What about you, Darneezy?
Not you, Darnell. You're ugly.
All right, y'all. So yeah, everyone stay safe and stay tuned. We'll be back on Monday. Yes, sir.